Here we go.
All right, so we're at Helium Comedy Club in Philadelphia with Godfrey.
That's me.
Who I'm told that a lot of people, or analysts say that like most people after 90 seconds they will have tuned off to this conversation. So
really,
right off, well, that's the analytics. Like people just have very short attention spans.
What?
But 13 to 25% of the people watch this whole thing.
Okay, good.
But before we get to the 90-second mark, you gotta tell people about your new special.
New special. Oh yeah, are you gonna show this before? He's gonna be on before August 12th.
Yeah.
August 12th, my new special Showtime called Regular Black. Showtime, August 12th. Regular Black, August 12th. Showtime.
On the next Showtime Comedy Club, Godfrey's showing his true colors.
I'm Nigerian, man, so I remember telling my black American friends I was Nigerian. You real like African? I thought you were like regular black. You know, like Mississippi, Kentucky. That's regular black. You that National Geographic shit. Regular black? That sounds like a crayon color. We have Oprah, Obama, and now regular black.
Godfrey, Regular Black. Premieres Friday, August 12th on Showtime.
I'm very happy. My second hour special, so hopefully.
And now what's with the black thing? You were all black by accident.
Yeah, I did black by accident. I don't know why. I don't. It just happens when I have a cool idea. This black happens to be part of it because Regular Black was what someone told me when I told them I was Nigerian. My friends were like, "We thought you were like regular black." I was like, "What?" And my boy, he's from the South. He goes, "Yo," I said, "What do you mean by regular black?" You know, just like regular black, like nigga. He literally said that, like, you know, like, "What's up, nigga?" Like, you ain't like us.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Well,
so that's Okay. And then the black by accident was just like, it was sort of like a description of me. Just like when I say certain things, it's just about my intellect. Like I just happen to be black by accident. That's what that meant. But I had anybody who took it differently, I just let them have their interpretation of what it is.
Well, you did start out as the 7-Up guy. So
what was that?
Well, we're going back. Well, what's your earliest memory?
No. Okay, no, you're right. Original Gangsters. Earliest? Original Gangsters, Richard Roundtree, Fred Williamson, Pam Grier. That was my first film.
Your first film?
Yeah.
You shot that in Ohio or something?
Oh, Gary, Indiana.
Gary? Oh, that's not too
Home
far.
of the Jacksons. It's true, though. They're from Gary. Forget what you say. Ghetto as hell. Michael and his family are ghetto as fuck. No, it's true, though.
And you grew up in?
Chicago, Illinois. Born in Nebraska, Lincoln. Grew up in Chicago. North Side, Chicago.
Okay. But there's a thing like, I mean, I feel like you, like for those who have not seen Godfrey's stand-up act, it tends to be a lot different than a lot of the movie roles.
Yeah. Like, you mean as far as my stand-up? My stand-up is totally different than what I do, I think, in any film or whatever. It's more me and how I feel about the world, which is, it's racial, right? Mm-hmm. Intellectual, racial, silly too. There's all silly stuff, scenario type based. I'm very conversational on stage, and a lot of times I don't always feel the same each show. And the shows I do, I usually change stuff up depending on the crowd feedback, stuff like that. So, it's
like an energy.
It's like an energy thing. Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, I always tell you like you have way like. For the like what you do on stage, the way you control your show, you have so much more than what people get to see when they see you on TV or in movies.
Well, TV, I give most comedians a pass. Sometimes when you do comedy on TV, like especially like if you do a network, like say you do something on ABC, NBC, you half the time they've cut most of your stuff. They vet all your stuff, and that's why you may go, "Oh man, that dude's corny." It's like it's not that person's fault. That he or she was like, they couldn't say this joke, they couldn't say that, so they kind of made them say something goofy on, So it's always good to see somebody live, like raw. Not even if they do a special. Sometimes even a special is hard to shoot because when you're doing a special, you're so worried about things going right. You're so worried about like, oh, I hope there's no technical difficulties, and you got to stick with a certain, So there's kind of a phoniness when you're doing your special. Because the first time you come out in a special, you do that phony energy. Hey, what's up, guys? Woo! It's like,
well, you did kung fu flips on your first.
Oh, that was hot though. I ain't gonna front.
All right, hang on. Cut to the kung fu flip.
that was Comedy Central half hour special. And they said, hey, what do you want to do for your opening? I was like, I was into martial arts, so I just thought about something really crazy. I said, you know, I'm going to get some people from my school. We're going to do like a little martial arts demonstration before I get to the mic. I just made it up, and the guy was like, the producer was like, this is either going to suck ass or it's going to be dope as hell. And it ended up being pretty dope.
Right.
Well, it's pretty fresh.
Well, I'll ask you.
What's up?
All right, so we met through Judah. I know
Judah
that
Friedlander,
at the Cellar,
world champion.
who I went to school with.
You went to school with Judah. That's hilarious.
But
now I'm stuck with your ass. See, Judah
But
don't even hang with you no more.
all right, but when did we first meet? What was your first?
I thought
memory?
it was in comedy. Wasn't it the Comedy Cellar?
It had to have been at the Cellar.
Yeah, he introduced me to you at the Comedy Cellar.
because you guys used to hang out.
And you used to come over there all the time.
Well, anytime I was in New York.
Yeah.
And that was an interesting time. I remember. I don't know if you were on the table, but like you guys. I mean, it was. Like I remember coming up the stairs into the Olive Cafe,
Olive Tree
Cafe, and then you, I think Patrice,
Keith Robinson. I mean, everybody.
But y'all were like throwing craps on the freaking table. It was like a clubhouse up there.
Oh, dude, it was fun. It was like a clubhouse. We had Rich Voss, Jim Norton. I mean, everybody was there. Todd Berry, Nick DiPaolo. Sometimes Chappelle would be there. Sometimes it was just great. Chris Rock,
Right.
Louis C.K., Bill Burr. It was a constant flow of comedians, the best comedians, going in and out of the Comedy Cellar.
Right. When did you become a regular at the Cellar?
Like 15 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Was that the first club that you passed in? Or?
Pat. No, I was at the comic strip. I was a comic strip dude. I was uptown. I was Upper East Side when the comic strip was the shit.
Okay.
You know, comic strip. They're gonna make a comeback, but I was a comic strip guy, and then when I came down to the Cellar, I used to go to the Boston Comedy Club, which was owned by Barry Katz. And
Right.
then we would walk down the street in the Cellar. I got referred by other comedians, and then I had to prove myself and audition. That's how I got in. Once I auditioned,
And it was always you and Artie hanging out.
me and Artie. That's how come in Louis C.K., the first season of Louis, you see me and Artie taking him out to the club. Because Louis knew me and Artie hung out all the time. So, yeah, it was me and Artie Fuqua.
Okay.
10 years hanging out, clubbing. Getting on the hole.
And I'm glad he's doing better. I see him on the gram. Shout out to Artie.
Shout out to Artie Fuqua. He's good. He had that accident with Tracy Morgan. Now he's doing just fine. You know what I'm saying? But we was out with the holes. Hanging out with the holes. Yeah.
Now I don't say that because you have
What?
a woman. You have a long time.
No, yeah, I'm just saying. I was joking, man.
Okay.
Damn it.
I don't want you in
I know,
trouble.
No, I'm not trying to get anybody
You know,
in trouble. I'm sorry. I didn't
I
mean
know.
to call him any holes. I just wanted it to be. You said these interviews, 90 seconds,
You can say whatever
they
you
leave.
want.
But if I say, what with the holes?
Holes,
They're going to hang
okay.
out. They're going to stick with the interview. They're going to go, no, this shit is funny as hell. I was hitting the holes.
All right. Well, you were telling me about. I'll let you. Go
ahead. Right.
No, you called me up and you said,
Yeah.
I saw you on YouTube and
I saw you on YouTube, and I was watching Dick. You know, there was Dick Gregory stuff popping up, and I didn't peep your voice until after about 10 minutes. I was like, wait a minute. I said, Dick Gregory is yelling at somebody, and it's making me laugh. Because Dick would be like, you don't understand. I done told your ass. He would just snap, and then I would hear this voice go, well, I'm just asking you about, about the Cosby thing. Could you tell me about that? I said, that's Mike damn Dennis, man. That's your only voice that never changes tone, just stays as you annoy somebody.
I saw the check, nigga. So yeah,
You were pissing him off. And then he would go back to normal. It was weird.
Right, but but you are a disciple in some ways of Dick Gregory.
Yes.
By both being from.
Well, I'm from Chicago, Illinois. He went to Southern Illinois. He's Saluki, Southern Illinois. He was a runner. He was in a track and field. I read his book, Nigger. That was his book called Nigger, right? Mm-hmm. I read his book, N-Word. I read that book. But I read it. That was a great book, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I've been a Dick Gregory fan, man, because he's one of the guys that kind of broke the mold in stand-up comedy as far as intellectual, satire. He would literally sit in front of an all-white audience in a suit and a cigarette and tell them about themselves. Mm-hmm. I mean, you know what I mean? There was one where there's one famous joke where he goes, football is the only time you'll see a bunch of white people like cheering for a black man as a white man chases him down. You know what I mean? He was he was one of those guys. He was one of the coolest comics ever, man.
Right.
He was cool. He was like the essence of cool, man. And he was one of those guys that really like changed the comedy game, especially for African American comedians. Right. When there was a time where African Americans could not speak to an audience by themselves, they had to be in dialogue and in blackface. And he was one of those guys that was like, "Fuck that! I'm gonna be on a stool, I'm gonna smoke, and I'm gonna shit on you, and I'm gonna tell you how I feel." You know, him, Timmy Rogers, those guys, Cosby, those guys were, you know.
But more so, well, I always come see you. Anytime you're in Philly, I come see you. Right. And I'm really. Like, I love your act where it is now. And, like, it's sort of like, for a long time, it wasn't, like, necessarily, like, safe jokes, but it was just breaking through the persona. Like, because it was, like, because, just your appearance betrays what's here and what's here. You know what I mean? Can you speak to that?
Oh, well, I mean, a lot of times first of all, people don't even think I'm a comedian. They say I don't even look like one. They say you look like an athlete or an actor and that kind of shit. But I'm always like, I know Seinfeld. There was an interview with Seinfeld on Howard Stern, and Howard's like, "Are you like always mad?" And Seinfeld goes, "Oh, I'm always annoyed. I'm always annoyed." And I was like, he's right. I'm always. And he's a white Jewish guy with lots of money. I'm a intellectual black dude, who's has a lot of reason to be angry. But there's always an underlying anger in me. It is, and there is, just because it's legitimate. It's like a lot of injustices in our business, injustices in society. It's just always there, lingering. And then also being like I talk about being militant in college, just learning a lot of stuff about our people, like just historically, and all that stuff you want to spew out. And all the things that Malcolm X talked about, Marcus Garvey talked about, Martin Luther King talked about, all the great, from Thurgood Marshall to you know what I'm saying, all those amazing black heroes, the women and the men that talked about the things that go on in society are happening now that haven't changed. And as a comedian, you're like, I gotta fucking talk about this shit, man. And you can't help it. I'm always like observing little social nuances and little racial fucking nuances that happen in the world. I cannot help that.
So I'll do the Letterman thing. Like when Letterman used to come on, Jay Leno used to come on Letterman and say, "What are you mad about? What are you mad about this week?"
Me? What am I mad about? I'm mad about the Olympic. In one of the commercials. This is how nitpicky I am about racial shit. Okay, when I was watching some of the Olympic commercials, some of the Olympic commercials are amazing. But there was one where they had like the Olympics and they were showing track and field, but it was a white dude sprinting. I was like, that's some bullshit right there. I mean, they were showing like the swimmers, the white dudes swimming. I said, that's your shit. But don't be running. I was like, who is this track? It wasn't even a real athlete. It was just a commercial. I said, if you're going to show sprinters, show us. No. I was annoyed by that. Like, why? They just had to throw that in. Like, oh, we can run too. We got some white horses out there. It's not just you dominating. No, it is us dominating. I want to see Allison Felix in every goddamn track commercial. I want to see Usain Bolt in every. I want to see every Ethiopian skinny African in all. Because like sometimes in the shoe commercials, like they'll show the distance commercials, right? Like for distance running, and they'll show some white person running. I go, they ain't winning no fucking distance races. Ain't nobody gonna buy that shoe. You need to show that motherfucker. Show that African, them motherfuckers. Those are the ones that win.
Well,
the Eastern Africans.
Truth in advertising. All right, so white supremacy is dominating the commercials. Like, you know who's writing the commercial, who gets cast.
Yeah, but it's ridiculous because it's like one thing I love about athletics is it's a fair system. If you're better than people, you get rewarded for that. Our business is not like that. You can be better than everybody and you still don't get shit. You know what I mean? You can just be a better ass kisser or a better whatever and you get shit. But if in sports, they don't give a fuck who you related to. If you ain't hitting the ball or catching the ball, you sit your ass on the bench or they trade your ass. And it's fair. You know what I mean? So,
but on stage, I heard I was watching Sister
Who?
Amanda Diva. You know,
Amanda.
She was like an actress and she's doing stand-up.
Yeah, she does
and she said like the acting game is tough, but on stage at least she can go on and it's fair because you got to make people laugh.
Right. Comedy itself is a fair art form because you know when you're good by the audience reaction. You know right away if you suck. If you ain't shit, you know right away. That's what I love about comedy. It lets you know right away. And depending on the city you're in, like a city like Philly, they ain't having that shit. You're whacked and be like, I love that. But it's a lot of times too, stand-up's great too because people think, let's say someone's coming off of a famous sitcom. They automatically think that means they're going to be good stand-ups. And stand-up comedy goes, nah, fucker. Nah, you didn't train in this bitch, and you're gonna get cottonmouth for a nice hour, you piece of shit. How dare you fucking defy this art by not being a soldier in it? You know what I mean? That's what I love about stand-up. It's like it what is it? It calls people out on their bullshit when they're whack. It lets them know, like, hey, you got an hour to do. People pay money to see you excited. You know, let's say some comics up ahead of you are trained in this shit. And they did their 10, 20 minutes, smashed it. And here you come. Ooh, here he comes. Fucking 20 minutes in. Oh, anyway, what else is there? More jokes, motherfucker. I love when a shitty comics gets heckled by a really good heckler. When somebody goes, all right, crazy shit out there. No, it ain't. You need to say some more shit, motherfucker. I love that. Serves them right. Motherfuckers. Can I say this on your?
You can say whatever you want.
Right.
Now, people always say I'm like
Bitch-made
sweaty.
motherfuckers.
You have to understand it's like August 8th.
Well, you got a hot ass jacket on.
I'm trying to look good.
This motherfucker got a black jacket on. The sun is beaming on us. You got a hat, a beard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
hot.
trying for the Sunni, so
It's all right.
So forgive me.
Sweat. That's
So
all right. Let's
so
just
yeah,
sweat.
just understand that it's August. It's
August,
and
yes.
I got a big ass coat.
You got a big ass jacket on.
Um,
You know what you're like when you know those dudes, those homeless dudes that start wear coats in the summertime. That's when you crazy. When you wear coats in the heat. You know that's when you losing it. When you take a coat, you go, man, it's hot as fuck out here. Where my coat at?
Well, you could be Ray Schrimmer. Did you see the Breakfast Club? The Ray Schrimmer. I'm wearing this coat because it's Gucci. Did you see that?
No.
Oh, you gotta watch it.
No, sorry, I didn't mean to bust your bubble.
No. Oh, well.
Breakfast Club?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean
Ray-
on YouTube?
On YouTube, yeah.
I love YouTube. Breakfast Club. Respect my name. Respect it. Respect my name. Put respect on my name.
No, Ray
Respect
Schrimmer, they're like these 20-year-old guys.
Yeah.
No Flex Zone was their big
No
song.
Flex Zone? Oh, okay.
So they were on, and he's talking about how many women and
Right.
you got to be a certain
Right.
status to get on your Instagram, and he had like this pink furry coat on.
Wow.
And he said, "I'm wearing this because it's Gucci." It's like, man, it's hot as hell outside. He's like, man, I'm mostly indoors. I don't go outside. I'm mostly indoors. I can wear this.
You know what? I wish that a lot of these hip hop artists would have. They need the truth brother. They need a truth brother. Just a brother that sits around, doesn't kiss his ass, and goes, "Fuck you doing with that pink ass shit on, man? It's hot as fuck out, man. What's wrong with you?" They need one of those. What's wrong with you, dudes? You know what I'm saying? It's like, nigga, get your ass over here. Pink. Fucking furry coat, you look stupid as hell. They need those, but they surround themselves with yes men and yes women. They go, man, dog, man, you looking nice, baby. Man, that's hot. That shit is hot.
Well,
that shit is hot.
a lot of people, that's their dream, to get into show business so they can wear a pink fuzzy thing on the Breakfast Club. What was your dream when you wanted to get into show business?
My dream was just to be really funny and just like get money from that, like to be famous and get, be really funny. Be really funny, do good work, get rewarded for that, and that's it. And then create stuff. That's all simple. But it's like, it's not, I thought the road was like that. Like the road to success was like that. Because when I would watch like the Johnny Carson and all this Eddie, you'd be like, wow, that entertainment looks fun. Then you get in it. And it's not fun. I'm like, Richard Pryor, this shit isn't fun. Shit. I did not know these niggas would fucking stop my shit. Goddamn. Shit. A nigga just trying to get some food to eat. Shit. This motherfucker try to lock the refrigerator. Shit. Goddamn, nigga. Shit. You know what I'm saying? God, I thought entertainment was the shit. But this shit sucked my ass. Goddamn, you can suck my dick. I didn't know they fuck you in the ass. Shit, with no Vaseline. Shit.
Well, I always tease. All right, well, two questions.
But
One,
I didn't know. I thought that it was. There's a lot to this business. I didn't know. I didn't know. I thought you'd have talent and eventually you make it. That's what I thought.
Right.
I came from an athlete's point of view. Like, hey man, you do your skill well. You do it well. You fucking hone it. And then your rewards come, and no, I'm not saying listen. I'm.
Well, you've
not,
had breaks.
This is not some pity shit. It's like I've had my. I've done stuff like hey on skill. Like I've gotten commercial stuff. I did this movies. I've done stuff. But then there's levels you want to get to, more levels. Where as human beings, you always want to go to another level. You always want to grow. And sometimes you're like, damn, I'm still in this position. I'm trying to get there. Fuck. And then you get compared to other people. If they shoot up, then it's almost like you ain't shit because that person went that way. And people's projections are different, man. Their scenarios are different. Who represent them are different. Sometimes you're represented by the wrong motherfucker. Sometimes you ain't in the right place at the right time. You ain't in the right city at the right time. So maybe you might have pissed somebody off. There's so many factors to not getting anywhere. And then there's from factors to getting places.
Well, let's rewind. But I mean, first off, for the people out there, like how you've been doing stand up
19 years.
19 years. Okay.
Yeah.
So how many years before you really were like good at it?
I think that I was really like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. 10 years.
10 years. You got to put 10 years in.
Yeah, at least. Yeah, you have to. That's the the 10,000 hours in Tipping Point. Was it Tipping Point?
Yep, Malcolm Gladwell. Yeah.
Malcolm Gladwell. 10,000 hours. It's the truth. When I got advice. I was fortunate to get advice from great comedians. I got advice from Jerry Seinfeld. He said, I had been doing comedy about 8 years, and he said, oh yeah, he said you're 8 years. You're an 8-year-old. Remember that. You're an 8-year-old in comedy. Think of it as your age. And he goes, what is an 8-year-old? An 8-year-old knows how to speak the language, but he doesn't know any complex words. He's an 8-year-old. And if you think about it like that, then you'll stay in perspective. You won't get too big for your britches, and it's true. So if I'm 19 years, I'm not even 21 in fucking comedy yet. So I can't get in the club yet. You know what I mean? And comedy is, what I love about comedy is it's an older person's game. You get better as you keep doing it. You don't get good like, oh, I've been in it 2 years. You can be funny. You can be a funny person. But the comedy is a language. It's literally a language. And to put complex sentences together, punchlines, boom, 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 tell a story. That shit takes years to get that shit. When I went to see Cosby before the before he got the pudding, before he started to take things in the pudding and put it in the thing. Before Cosby started doop 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 pop, knocked you the fuck out, bitch. Come on. Before he did all that. Before he did that. No, I watched him in concert, man. He did 2 jokes for almost 2.5 hours. Talked about 2 things. I was like, damn. The master, man. Woo! I mean, that takes years. He's been doing comedy half a century. I mean, Jesus Christ, half a century. Right. So, it takes that long, man. Carlin, 40-something years. Seinfeld's getting on 40 years of comedy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, this stuff takes a long time. If you think this shit is overnight, that's some bullshit. Just because you're on a TV show don't mean you got the comedy game down. That don't mean shit.
No, I always tease you.
Yes.
I'm gonna say. So, was it 2004?
Yeah.
Your ego was like this.
Okay.
Days to return a text.
No, that's because it's you, Mike. No, I still take longer to return your text.
All right, I'm just saying.
Just Mike Dennis.
No, this man here was in 3 classic African American films.
Damn right.
Fat Girls. Was it Johnson Family Vacation?
Johnson Family Vacation.
And Soul Plane.
Yeah.
Oh, nigga got switches in this motherfucker, huh? Shit. And they work. What? Oh, this motherfucker hot, cuz. Yeah. Oh my God. Bounce with me. This motherfucker is hooked up.
Like an elephant.
Yeah. Bounce, 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 bounce.
Hey, I have the perfect music for this. Yes, I have it right here.
Hey, man, hold on, man. Hold the fuck on. Nah, man, you gotta turn that bullshit up, man. You can't be riding to that bullshit, man.
Hey, don't take some of my music.
We ride to some gangster shit. Pop that in, man. Captain don't want to hear that Zimbabwe, wah shit. Get that shit out of here. Whatever, get it the fuck out of here.
First of all, Soul Plane is amazing because they show it every hour on BET and on cable. It's every people remember.
Everybody's got it in their collection. Man.
Let me tell you something. Kevin Hart needs to do Soul Plane 2. I'm telling you, that shit would murder. Because he's so big now, he could get like bigger stars on his shit. Mm-hmm. Kevin, they should call it Soul Plane Round Trip.
You just want to check.
No, shut up.
Nobody needs Soul Plane 2. There's no need.
There should be Soul Plane. They got every other shit got a sequel. Zoolander. Why not us?
Well, you didn't? Did you get the call for Zoolander too?
Hell no.
Case closed. They're not going to call you for Soul Plane 2.
Damn. I like your positive negative ass. I love his. He's always like,
no, there's no need for
like
Soul Plane
pro-black
2.
negative. I love you.
All right. Okay. All right. So why? All right. Soul Plane. All right. So it still puzzles me. It still puzzles me to this day.
Yeah.
Why? How did that movie get made? And then it's just a bucket of ignorance to me.
Yeah, there's a lot of bucket of ignorances that.
Okay.
I mean, there's a lot of black movies that are ignorant as hell.
Okay.
I'm not going to call out that person, but there's plenty of ignorant movies that are out. Mm-hmm. And it got made because it was like one of those things where it's like, all right, it was just an extended joke of a Def Jam joke where it's like, imagine if the ghetto folks had a airplane, it'd be ghetto as hell. All it was an extended joke, but if you really look at Soul Plane, that shit was funny as hell. I mean, there's certain visual things. Like when I was on that set, it was big money. That was a beautiful set, man. They had a stripper pole as an airplane, but there are planes that actually probably have that shit. I mean, I don't know. Some of them dignitary airplanes.
The Soul Plane took place. To board on the Soul Plane, you had to go through
it was a spoof.
Malcolm X Terminal.
That was beautiful.
Which was loaded with dollar stores.
It was awesome.
When you got on the plane, if you weren't in first class, you were in low class.
Low class was funny.
With the bus lockers, you had to pay money.
That shit was dope. I don't care. It's a spoof, man. It's like Airplane, a regular airplane. It's a spoof. White dudes do mad goofy ass movies. American Pie dudes fucking a pie, kind of shit like that. We should be able to do that, but balance it off with dignified movies. We should be able to no slave movie. I'm tired of that shit. Mm-hmm. God damn. I never watch any slave movies. I feel like I'm in bondage while I'm watching. And
you never auditioned
it's hard
for a
for me
slave
to
part?
watch slavery.
Oh, go for it.
It's just tough to watch slavery on a big screen. I'd rather watch it on a small TV. Slavery should be on a very tiny screen. Mm-hmm. Slavery in a movie theater. Why don't they have IMAX slavery? Fuck it. They should do slavery in IMAX. 3D slavery. Pick that cotton. Oh, it should be like, damn, slavery in IMAX is dope.
Well, that seems to be what they're making. Did you audition for any of these?
Man, I didn't. Listen, first of all, you know why I didn't audition for a slave movie? Because if I didn't get it, I would have been mad as fuck. Because you ain't shit when you can't get a slave role. I'm so dignified. I'd be like, I'm not gonna pick that cotton, whether you hit me with that whip or not. They'll be like, come on now, slaves didn't talk like that. Because I can't be like, well, I ain't doing nothing. I'm leaving. Lord have mercy. No, fuck that. And think about it. I don't want to go in for a slave role and then be discussing, yeah, man, what'd you read for? Slave 2. Oh, shit, I almost got that. Man, which one you get? I got Rufus. Which one I got Cleon. No, fuck that. I don't want it.
Well, eventually,
more power to the people that are doing slave movies. I'll do a slave movie if I get to be a master. I want to be like the first black sellout master. I'll be whipping. I'll be like, I said, you Negroes better get your ass off the fucking. You heard what I said. Whatever, I'm a sellout, but I'm drinking Kool-Aid, motherfucker. You ain't.
Well,
no, but Django, I thought was dope. Mm-hmm. I love that. I love Tarantino. Mm-hmm. I mean, he likes the N-word a lot, but it's a little weird. But I love Tarantino, how he made slavery funny. Mm-hmm. And made him a vigilante. That was kind of dope. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It was weird and fucking great at the same time.
Well, yeah, it's like it flips it, unlike I guess some other forms of revisionist history that don't quite work, like the Tarzan movie.
Oh man, I'm not going to see no fucking Tarzan movie, man. What the fuck? Are we still doing a? I am not.
Well, they made
watch
the natives. The head native said, "I speak 5 languages."
I'm not. I hate how they try to compensate by having an intellectual African. Well, this white dude is running that shit still. Fuck that. I'm not going to see Tarzan. Tarzan can suck a dick. I don't give a fuck. Okay. I want to see that. What we want to see Tarzan for? Mm-hmm. I heard it did horribly, and it should have. We need to ban some of these movies, man.
Well, Nat Turner's coming later.
Nat Turner. Now that's what I'm talking about. The Nat Turner movie I heard did really well at Sundance.
It won 2 awards.
2 awards.
And it sold for $20 million.
$20 million. A black dude is what? Who's playing Nat? That guy?
Yeah,
his
Nate
name's
Parker.
Nat. His name's Nate.
Nate Parker. He directed, wrote it, produced it.
Wow, that's cool.
It's
Nat
like a
Turner.
big game changer.
Hopefully, well, he's gonna die because Nat Turner got killed eventually, right?
Yeah.
I thought he would just kill him because they always kill the black dude off first. Nothing. Even a black movie, the black dude dies first. Well, who's left?
They strung him up. Well, that's not out yet. But okay. So Adventures in Hollywood, the system's not fair. Did they ever ask you to wear a dress?
Ask me to wear a dress?
Is that a myth?
I've
do you
been
believe
asked
in that
to do stuff that compromises my integrity, and I've refused.
Okay.
I've refused because it just seems like they're, I just refused it. It was like, nah. What I'm saying? But my thing is like, and it's not even homophobia or anything. Like I always say, like if it's a gay role or whatever, sometimes some people feel uncomfortable. I go, why don't you give it to a gay actor that's out of work? There's a gay actor that probably knows certain nuances about being gay that will know shit. Like a lot of times, I bet you some of us will do gay stuff, and gay people like, we don't even act like that. I'm just saying, there might be, you know what I mean? Like,
put some nuance to it.
Some nuance to it, like subtleties and shit that we don't even know about. So I always go, why don't you give it to like a gay black actor who's waiting to...
Well, honestly, that's my issue with Soul Plane. Like they got all the stereotypes right. Like they gave all the secrets away in that Soul Plane. It was just a little too close to the bone with some of the stuff. It was like when it was George and Wheezy, you got like you honky, but they got some deep like layers and layers to the...
Hey man, first of all, there are a lot of things that you're not going to be perfect. You're not going to be satisfying everybody. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times people say, why'd you do Soul Plane? You know why? Because I heard Snoop Dogg was in it and I wanted to hang out with Snoop.
Okay, well, I'm going to leave you alone on that. So, politics. Well, no, it must have been fun hanging out with Snoop.
It was amazing. Straight up. 9 days. Nothing but a G thing, baby. Oh, hell no. Hell yeah, that shit was dope.
And the check cleared. So
yeah, so that's right.
Unlike some of these.
And plus, you know what, too, is I hit a demographic that was great. Like, I had a lot of people that love Soul Plane, and you hit that demographic. Like, that's people like, man, you got that hood pass, man. Because I played the African. I tried to be a fish out of water. I decided to audition with an accent. Everybody was doing the same shit, and I came in the room and said, I want to play an African because it would bounce off of Snoop better. Because, the African-American and African beef that we have, that dynamic where it's like African-Americans and Africans are always battling each other. That's what I wanted to bring to this.
So it's like a rank session.
Right. So it worked out, I thought. Game on.
I mean,
I was game on, remember? Not like two men doing this. Game on. Remember? Awawa. No? Nothing? All right.
I mean, you're Nigerian, first-generation American, right?
There I am. Yes, I am.
I mean, and you talk in your act, you talk about your family. I mean,
all the time.
Is it a sensitive issue? Like there's some comedians, they go on stage with the dialect, and then when they get off stage, it's like, hey, bro.
No, everybody's happy with how I do it because I do it accurately. I don't buffoon it because it's real. Like the stuff I talk about my dad is real. Like the accent is real. It's not like, oh, you're making us look bad. No, it's real shit. It's cultural. You know what I mean? Like if anybody does Haitian stuff, Italian stuff, it's usually you're accurate about it. You're usually accurate because you lived it. You know what I'm saying? The stuff I do about my dad, it might be a little exaggerated, but shit, he was pretty much like that. You know what I mean? So...
The strict family is a different cultural difference.
Strict family to a point, yeah. Strict. It's education is the first thing. It's all about education. My father thought that education get rid of racism. I remember when I was having racial problems at this high school of mine. Remember he was calling me racial slurs. I told my dad, yo, this dude called me the N-word. Do your homework. It will go away. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, they called me it while I was doing my homework, Dad. What the? Just keep reading. It will go away. What?
All right. So what's your take on racism?
What's my take on racism?
Well,
My take on racism, it's just a poison. It's a fucking poison, bro. It's like, it's like, what can I say? It's like this disease that we're all cool with. We're okay having, you know what I mean? But there's a solution to it. It's all about just change of mentality. That's all. And it's family thing. It's taught in the family and by peers. And it's all about your deciding to take on that philosophy. Like if your grandfather's telling you some dumb shit about a race, you have to be the person that, are you going to go with that and go out into the world and listen to that motherfucker? Or are you going to go out and say, I'm going to judge for myself. I'm not going to listen to that shit. Especially with the way the world is changing. I mean, the way the world is, and you know that the world is full of, I mean, first of all, the world is brown as fuck. By the way, America is mainly white, but in the whole, like, as far as the continents, it's all brown people. Everything's brown. I mean, but it's all about you as an individual. Are you going to go out and judge people by what these motherfuckers are saying, the ignorant motherfuckers? See, that's why I think it's irresponsibility that because you got young kids calling people names still. And that's like irresponsibility, man. Fuck. And your friends can be, the people that you're being told to hate could be your best friends, like your best people, like people you die for. You know what I'm saying? There can be that Asian or that black person or that Spanish person that, that can be on some real shit. And it must fuck somebody's head up when you go, well, my grandfather said these people were like that. But wait a minute, this is one of my best buddies, like on some real shit. Like this is my dude, like this is my chick or whatever, And I'm talking about mutual respect let's leave out interracial dating, because sometimes people date interracially for fetish reasons, which is almost inhumane in itself. I'm talking about everybody likes to, I like Spanish women. Fine. A lot of times most of the times it's for sexual reasons. I'm talking about fuck the interracial dating. I'm talking about respecting people just as human beings that's
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the race thing is like, and you know what's fucked up? Here it is. I kind of like the racism too because it helps comedy. That's what's fucked up. I don't want the world to really be perfect. Because comedy is about tension. It's about tension. It's about having problems, pain, plus timing. That's the ingredients of comedy. I like race is fun. I like talking about it. You know what I mean? Especially if you do it right. If you do it right, it's like perfect. You know what I mean? I love racial comedy. So I want racial harmony, but I like the disharmony too. I kind of like the battle between race. I like that. I don't like it when it comes to people getting hurt, like police brutality and vice versa. I don't like that shit. It's fucked up. I mean, I'm not saying condoning. Oh, I love when cops die, but I think bad cops, if they get shot, I don't care. I'm like, good, fuck them. But I know there are a lot of good cops. There's plenty of good cops. We know this. If there weren't plenty of good cops, we wouldn't even be able to live. There's millions of more good cops than there are bad cops.
So, what do you think is happening? It's 2016, and
2016, it's 1916. God damn it, that's what the fuck it is. It's just 1916. It's ridiculous. Like, I don't know what to say, man. I have a joke where I go, hey, you guys, you got to stop killing our black dudes because you're fucking up your fantasy football choices. You know what I mean? It's because cops, especially white cops, they love sports. They always talk about sports. They love sports. Their favorite athletes are always the black ones. So I'm like, you got to stop shooting them. So maybe if I have a talk with the cops and go, hey guys, these are your future stars. These are your future athletes. They'll be like, oh, you're right. We're getting rid of our fucking running backs, our future running backs, and our future. I don't know.
Okay, well, I can see the racist trolls are starting to
I love
come
when
in.
race. I hope I see racism the racist trolls in YouTube. I love when they do that. That shit's funny.
Right, so
'cause they're a bunch of punk bitches.
all right, wait.
I
So
live in New York, motherfucker.
all right, so there's the racist.
I
There's
live in New York, bitch.
there's the racist troll now.
Yeah, good.
And he's
Bitch.
saying what he's saying is
I'm calling him a bitch.
Okay.
A bitch-made motherfucker. I'm in Manhattan, motherfucker. Come get me.
all right. So you always want to. You always want to point out and hashtag
Yeah, yo.
when a white person kills a black person, but what about all this black and black crime? Godfrey, aren't you from Chicago? What about that, my brother?
I've done that. First of all, okay, this is real. There is black and black crime. You know what makes me mad is all the gangbangers, right? Mm-hmm. All the gangbangers that are supposed to be banging and shit. Okay, the cops are killing us. Why aren't you shooting at them for us? What happened, gangbangers? All of a sudden they at home and shit. Motherfuckers are at home. We're all these tough gangbangers. We need you. Hello. Hey man, the Italians got mafia. Like the Italians, you know what I love about the mafia, the Italians? They protect their neighborhoods. They protect their neighborhoods. They protect their people. We're the only motherfuckers that have no mafia. Black people don't got a mafia. We can't even organize crime. We're the only motherfuckers that can't even organize fucking crime. God, we'll fight over a bag of weed. Oh man, you smoking it all. No, I'm being real. Jewish mafia, Japanese got it, Chinese got mafia. We the only motherfuckers with no mafia.
All right, well,
because we are terrible at sticking together. I'm serious. We are the worst.
Well, let's
And black on black crime is true, but on camera, black men are getting shot left and fucking right when they're being handcuffed and shit like that, which is fucking ridiculous. It's like, what the fuck is that? You know? It doesn't make, it's like unfair. It's like, so that means I think it's more than just, they say we were fearing for our lives, please. A lot of these police guys are tough dudes, man. They're not like bullshit ass dudes. You know what I mean? I give them the credit for even doing that kind of job. It's a dangerous fucking job. But I think there's a hatred. There's a hatred of a fucking hatred. It's a disease. You have a hatred for a certain kind of person. And if you can find a way to get rid of them, you're going to do that. It's that hatred. It's that it has to be a mentality change. There has to be a new socialization of cops and regular people. Like that stereotype, that assumption of each other, that preconception of each other, it has to be broken by going out into the neighborhoods and talking to people. And that makes a big difference. There are cops that do that know the neighborhood, that know, everybody in the neighborhood, and everybody's cool like that. You have to have a respect for a certain type of people, man. It's no different than education. That's why they let the schools that blacks and Latinos go to dilapidate and deteriorate, because they don't like those people. They don't have respect for those people. They don't have respect for them.
Well, they'll let the neighborhood run down.
Yeah, when you hate a certain people, you don't give a fuck what happens to them.
Well,
you want them to die in any kind of way, whether it's educationally, mentally, physically. You want them to die when you truly hate them. And you have to have hatred for yourself too. You have to have hatred for yourself to have that much hate for someone else. You know what I mean?
But gentrification,
Gentrification, what's fucked up, I like it to a point. I mean, I don't like the fact that good people are being moved out of neighborhoods. Priced out. That's not fair. I think the people that have kept up their shit, kept up their property, are good citizens, should have a break. I think they should have a break. They should be able to live there. It's the knuckleheads that need to get the fuck out. Come on, man. I like it when there's a Starbucks. I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it real. You know what I'm saying? I like when I can walk down the goddamn street and there are not 10 black dudes standing there in the fucking corner. I'm sorry. There are no white men standing on the corners. Never. Unless they're doo-wopping. What? If you see 10 white dudes on the corner, they're like doo-wopping or hacky-sacking.
So they say when they open a Starbucks,
I'm not even bullshitting you, dog.
they open a Starbucks.
When there's a Starbucks, I'm happy. I'm keeping it real.
A pet store.
A pet store, like a Petco.
A yoga spot.
A yoga, fuck yeah. Listen, even you as an African American, a progressive guy like yourself, like me, the black people, the African Americans that are working hard and can tolerate gentrification, we are happy with that. We're like, it's cool, it's expensive, but I can afford it, and I like this goddamn Starbucks. I'm walking my little tiny ass dog. No more pit bulls. No, this ain't a pit bull neighborhood anymore. You know that. We downsize on our dogs when the gentrification happens.
But when white folks move in, they feel they have the right to call the police on black folks.
It's like apartheid. It's like apartheid. They move in and they go, "What are you guys doing here?" You know, that kind of shit.
That's
You know?
what is that? South African? Is that a South
It's
African?
South Africa, but it's like
Okay.
it's like it's hard because it's like you're happy that the knuckleheads are gone. You're happy. Come on. You know, do you like it when your girl's walking down the street and a little mother like, yo, what up, bitch? Yo, you ain't gonna say hi today? What the fuck? You get tired of that. But then you can't stand when those hipsters come in and fucking try to tell you about your own neighborhood and try to take it over like they started that shit. Next minute they open a soul food restaurant and then they lie about where they got it from. Well, it's just multicultural type of different culture. It's black, man. You're feeding us ribs. No, but I dipped it in root beer sauce. Way different. You know, we eat ribs and Fruit Loops. Very different, very hipster, very cool. And we have Monopoly Day, we have Monopoly Night, and we have a really great cornbread.
And then they'll relabel the
It's
name
the
of
extrapolation of culture, and it's not cool because there's still a disrespect for the people that created it. You understand? My problem is here's my problem with racism, all right? I don't give a fuck about the name calling. That's corny. That's whatever. The name calling, it's when you don't respect the people respect the culture you're taking from. It's cheating. My thing is like, okay, black people, to me, when I go overseas, this is how you know about your own country is when you leave the country and how people perceive you. Anytime I ask people about America, I say, and they always go, oh, I love America. I say, what do you love? They'll go, I love Beyonce. I love Michael Jackson. And they'll name all the black figures. And I go, what about, I say Trump. Fuck Trump. They'll be like, fuck, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying whites don't contribute. But most of the shit that people love are the things that black people have contributed to. That's the cool shit. When I'm in Japan, everybody's wearing LeBron James jerseys and fucking afros and dreads and all that shit. Reggae, reggae, ska, jazz, blues, hip hop. That's black culture, man. And my problem is when you're shitting on us, but you're fucking with our shit. My thing is, you can nigga me that, coon me this, stay the fuck out of my shit. I want you to be, I'm trying to teach you how to be a good racist. All right? I want you to be 100%. That's why I'm a Klan fan.
Okay.
I'm not talking about Wu-Tang. I'm talking KKK.
Okay.
Because I feel if you hate, let's say if I hate Asians, let's say I hate Asians, I have no right eating rice. You should not be eating no fucking Thai food. Why are you all up in our shit? That's not fair. You can't be eating food is part of our culture. It's what makes you. Your food and your music. That makes you, man. You can't participate in that if you're shitting on us. It's not fair. And I also calling out these irresponsible Negroes that let motherfuckers do that. And you know, I'm not going to save the world, all right? I'm not going to save. There's 7 continents, too many motherfuckers out here, all right? What you can do, though, is microcosmically change shit. If you have a friend that is being irresponsible with the way he's talking to you, check them right there. Like, yo, man, I don't talk like that. That's not cool. Da-da-da-da. I mean, there's nothing wrong with fucking around with racial shit when it's coming from a good place. We all do that.
Right.
But I'm talking about when someone is that ignorant, you got to check them right. Like, yo, nah, man, don't talk to me like. It's like with women, they got to check men when they're being disrespectful and misogynist. Like, yo, I'm not that. Don't talk to me like that. You have to microcosmically at least try to change your neighborhood, your area. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, I think, you know.
That's what I think is.
Yeah. Let's get to politics, and then I want to finish up with Hollywood. So
Am I done with my black culture shit, dog?
You can do. Well,
I hope I nailed everything.
We can weave it in.
So when they send that YouTube, all those trolls go, you fucking nigga that. I'm like this. As long as you're not listening to Jay-Z and all that, you can nigga this, nigga that. Just stay away from our shit. You stick with your shit. Wherever country you're from, stick with your boring ass music. Stay the fuck off our shit. And don't wear t-shirts with us on you either. Everybody loves wearing us on t-shirts. Motherfuckers wear Hendrix. Everybody got Hendrix, James Brown, fucking jazz people. Leave black people off your t-shirts. Wear your own people. Fuck. If you're going to be calling us names and shit. They do. Everybody likes us on their t-shirts. Everybody's wearing Ali. Motherfucker, no. Don't wear no hot Ali. You don't like us. I'm gonna start taking shit off people. Like, you know, take off your shirt. Take it off. You don't like black people. Take off our fucking. Don't wear no Ali t-shirt. Don't wear an Ali t-shirt. Don't wear Prince. Don't wear Michael Jackson. I'm saying, this is for the people that do not like black people. You should not have anything to do with our culture. Stay the fuck out of it. If you don't like Asian, stay the fuck out of Asian people shit. If you don't like Irish people, stay the fuck out of Irish people shit. But I don't like anything about Irish people. I don't care about them.
But let's.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm fucking with you. I don't need anything from them. I don't want to play bagpipes.
Let's make America great again.
I'm joking.
Taking us back to the 50s, Happy Days and
Happy Days.
Laverne and Shirley and all
What
that
about
stuff.
it?
Well, let's make America great again. Like when there was an absence of black people, that's what the world looked like.
But that was I wish Hollywood. Can you imagine if everything started on an even playing field? Mm-hmm. I mean, black people would look at what we did with sports. It'd be the same way with acting. It'd be the same way, Mm-hmm. I mean, when I watch like movies from the past, I look at how white it was and how they didn't want us around. Mm-hmm. Or if they did want us around, it'd be like, I was watching this one movie where they had Asian servant being like, "Oh, Mr. Anderson." Mm-hmm. They buffooned Asians. They buffooned Native Americans. I watched some, ever watch Me TV or like some of these old Westerns? Yeah. They would have brown-faced Indians. They would shit on the Native Americans, man. Like buffoons, man. They shit on all of us, but yet we are always fighting amongst each other, which is fucked up. Like Asians will be like against blacks and blacks. It's like the powers that be don't even give a fuck about us and they clown us, and yet we're fighting amongst each other. It's like silly as fuck, man.
Okay, so navigating in this industry, like I'm at the Black Star Film Festival this year, and a lot of there's so much talent at that festival as far as independent filmmakers, and they really want to maintain their integrity in terms of their storytelling. Yeah, but everybody sells no out. Matter how no not sells out. Oh, okay. Everybody at a certain point they're hitting this wall. And they're like everybody. And
well, it's a racial wall. Like I said, you have to have a love for people to want them to thrive. Mm-hmm. And I really feel like it's almost like it's contractual to make black people not make it, or to stop black culture, or to stop us from progressing. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about worldwide. Mm-hmm. Europeans have done it to us, and Europeans are nothing but transfers over here. They've done it to us here. It's like. We were just talking about this not too long ago, the Ellis Island thing. Black people didn't come to Ellis Island. We were brought to this motherfucker. You know what I mean? And yet, everybody went through the ghetto. The Irish, the Italians, Jews went to the ghetto, but yet all of them still shit on us. We're still in the ghetto, but they shit on us. Everybody that's made it out of the ghetto and got to a certain level shit on black people. And then as soon as they suffer, then all of a sudden they want to compare their suffering to the Civil Rights March. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we get the brunt of everything. We're always fucking suffering. We're always the butt of everybody's jokes. We're always, when people come to this country, we're always hated. Even around the world, black soccer players bananas are thrown at black soccer players. It's like there's this worldwide thing to fucking shut us down, like to hate on us. But what's great about us is we're like superheroes. You can't get rid of black people. As much as you shit on us, we have the best culture. We have the best athletes. We have the best intellectuals. You cannot fuck with us, man. We're so goddamn strong. Thank goodness. Thank goodness, man.
Preach.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, but it's love because I love people, period. You know? Because first of all,
you have to be clear. Like just because you're pro black something doesn't mean you're
anti-white or anti-Asian. Hell, fucking no. First of all, we got so much negative shit against us. We have to be pro-black. Like you got to want to appreciate your shit because everybody else appreciates it. This is how I know, because everybody else appreciates it. Everybody else copies it and tries to claim it as their own. Our culture is everywhere, man. Everywhere our shit is being taken, man. Where there's dance groups, where there's breaking, pop locking, DJing. We DJ. We were the ones DJing, scratching. We started that. You're welcome. We started that shit. We started everything, man. Fuck that. We started universities, Timbuktu, Egypt. We started that shit. We started all of that shit, man. First, come on. Medicine. First, open heart surgery. Come on, man. We were the first to do all kinds of shit, man.
Yeah, but I feel like the social media has made it like compartmentalize people. Yeah. So if somebody puts up a hashtag, Black Lives Matter, like right underneath it, all lives matter.
Yeah, but that's just ignorant shit. They know what we mean by Black Lives Matter. That we matter too. We know it's no duh that all lives matter. When we say Black Lives Matter, we mean we matter too, motherfucker. Quit getting mad. Why is it that when we want some dignity, everybody gets upset? Damn, if we just want a little dignity, people want to get mad. And they go, you niggas. I go, yo, man, please. If you want to be racist, let's make this shit fun. Say that shit to my face, man. Fuck that, man.
Well,
say it to my boy's face when we walking down the street. Say it to our face. Makes racism fun then. If you don't want to get rid of the shit, let's make it fun. Because I know one thing. And listen, I don't want anybody to take this like I'm starting a revolution. But when you start to fight, when we start physically fighting each other, I bet you shit will start calming down. When motherfuckers start evenly fighting each other. Like, let's just fight it out. Fuck it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, you can yell at me if you want.
Shut up.
But what
what
about using our economic power?
That's like the fighting thing is just like our last resort because we might have to end up doing that shit. But I think personally, listen, economically, you know how much black women spend on hair products alone, like all that shit? $1 trillion. $1 trillion. And black women are treated the worst in Hollywood, you know, just in general. I think that, man, we should literally start to learn the boycott system. Like when we feel like a company is being disrespectful to us, we can shut them the fuck down. We should just be like, okay, we're not buying your shit for 5 months. We should do that. We should we spend the most. What are we, 15% in America? And we spend the most money and we get disrespected. Every corner we turn, we're disrespected. We need to start shutting shit down economically. Yeah, we should. Everybody, forget about the physical fighting shit. I was just talking shit because I want you all to call me names and shit on the YouTube because you're a bunch of pussies and shit. I want you guys to go, fuck that nigga, whatever. But we should economically.
You're supposed to make people like you. Supposed
shut
to
up.
Smile, you know.
No, I want people to like me. I'm talking shit.
Drink 7-Up.
Oh.
Just fuck with you. I'm sorry.
I want us to be economically powerful and start shutting shit down. Like literally going, you know what? Hey man, this store wasn't nice to black people. Boom, we're not buying that shit anymore. Shut them down. Once you affect somebody's pockets, then the racism seems to clear. But we need to teach people a lesson, and by really like sticking with that kind of thing.
Well,
man.
Did Hollywood get better after the Oscars So White? It seemed like all the programs started opening up. Like, we're going to start a director's program. We're like Bad Robots started something, and
I just think that
money went up
it shouldn't be hard to diversify things. I think when people say diversity programs, it sounds like rehab for the Klan, my friend. I'm just saying. I just think that a diversity program. What do you mean you need a program for? Just make shit fair. What's so hard? Like hey, we're gonna do stuff for women. Just let women work. If they do a job as well as you, pay them the same shit. It's just too much hatred, dude. It's too much. It's a disease and it needs to stop, dude. You know, diversity program again every year. Oh, basically the program isn't working. You got to still make isn't a program to help, right? And to change. But if you keep having a diversity program, that's saying you're still not diverse.
Yeah, I know a lot of people. I know a couple people that have gone through 3 or 4 programs and they still don't get the calls. You know,
come on, man. It's just
they're very well. I'll broaden it out beyond entertainment, just in terms of education. I mean, we all know how expensive education is.
Yeah.
Like there are lots of black people watching with degrees, and they don't get the jobs over.
Can't get the jobs. I mean, I just think that I don't think that there should be 10 white guys writing for a bunch of black people. 10 white guys writing for a bunch of Asians. I mean, it should be a mixture. I mean, I'm going to say there's some good white writers, great, but mix it up. There should be a black person. If there's black people, there should be a black person that knows, that's lived as a black person that should write for black people, and there should be an Asian person writing for Asian people, and a mixture of people. You know, it's ridiculous.
And black people that get hired to write white stuff.
For white stuff, yeah.
Because we have a double consciousness.
First of all, we can write for white people because that's all we do is learn about them. We're always around them, so we know a lot about them. Fuck, that's all I'm saying. No. What the fuck? I mean, I'm just saying it's not that hard to be diverse. It's not hard. It's easy to be diverse in the bedroom, though. It's easy to, diversity is welcome there. It's welcome when you want to fuck, right? But then when it comes to, hey, being a human being and being respected as an intellectual, all of a sudden that's out the fucking window Monday morning. It's bullshit. I'm just saying, man. I mean, I'm not hiding. I talk about this shit on stage, and I'm not trying to ruin my career, or whatever the fuck it is. I mean, but I'm just saying, enough of the hatred. It's just enough, dude. You know. But the only thing that will solve our hatred is death, because thank God we're all gonna die. Thank God we're not gonna be here long. We don't deserve that shit. If we were immortal, can you imagine? Can you imagine immortality? Ugh. Thank God for mortality. That's the one thing. That's where justice is served. The planet goes, bye, motherfuckers. Enough of you. You know what I mean? It's amazing how the sun still shines on all of us, man. As evil as we are. You remember Flashlight? Flashlight. George Clinton always talked in codes. And Flashlight, he goes, everybody's got a little light under the sun, under the sun. That's real shit. Because it's talking about racism. Green, flashlight. He's talking about red light, green. He's talking about all the different colors. No matter what, we all get a little sunshine. The sun does, no matter who you are, everybody gets equal amount of sunlight. You know what I mean? And that's what should happen. And I don't want to hear multiculturalism when it's for your own fucking benefit. When it's a festival, that's when everybody's together. When we win a basketball championship, that's when whites and blacks are celebrating. But then when a basketball player decides to leave a town, all of a sudden he's back to being a fucking slave again. Fuck you. It's like, quit waiting for a football championship or a basketball championship to fucking want to hang out with black people and be united. Fuck out of here with that. That shit's corny.
Well, that reminds me, I don't know if it's still in your act, the joke about about people with dogs.
Yeah, what about the dogs thing? Oh, yeah.
If people know that one.
About the dogs, about,
everybody.
The reason why people have dogs is because, I mean, first of all, dogs are colorblind. You know, and anybody says my dog doesn't like black people, no, dogs are technically colorblind. They don't see color. So I say the reason why people like dogs is because they are obedient. They're on four legs. They say what, you know, they don't talk back, really. They just bark. That's why people say, I love my dog. But if your dog, one day you walked in the house and your dog was standing on two legs saying, hey, yo, I'm tired of this shit. Fuck the leash. I want to be treated like an equal. They would lose their shit and go, you better get back on your motherfucking four legs. You know what I mean? That's the reason why I say. And I said the reason why I don't have a dog is because I don't have my people shit right yet. Dogs give unconditional love. They love you regardless, man, because you feed them and all this. It's really because you feed their ass, but they give you unconditional love. Why can't we be like dogs? Or like when I talk about, like I say, like mentally, what is it? The mentally challenged. I said, I mention a retard joke and people get mad. I go, wait a minute. But here's the thing about people who are mentally challenged. They're never judgmental. They always give you hugs. They're very loving. Maybe we need a little bit of brain damage. You know what I mean? Because it seems like everybody that's healthy is a fucking racist son of a bitch. You know, racist, greedy, capitalistic. But I don't know. Well, I'm not perfect either. You know what I mean? But I'm saying maybe we need to be a little. We need a little Down syndrome. You ever meet people with Down syndrome? They're the nicest people in the world. Maybe we need a little bit of that in our life.
But you said anybody can own a dog.
Yeah, anybody can own a dog.
Right. Even the most.
Even the most racist motherfucker can own a dog. The most evil person. It's like you go out into the world and you're shitty to everybody, and then you got some dog licking your face, not knowing what you caused some other person pain. And I thought that pets, don't they sense when someone's not right? But they can't sense when their own owner ain't shit. Is a shitty person. Wouldn't that be great? You come to the door, you've been shitty to people all day, and your dog just bites you in the face because it knows you ain't shit. Your dog knows you ain't been shit today. Fucking mauls you because you were racist or misogynist that day. Taught you a fucking lesson.
All right.
This is a crazy ass interview. I'm talking mad shit.
Why to get
And
back?
I hope you guys are YouTubing me. I told you I live in Manhattan. Dog. Whatever the fuck you writing. I live in Manhattan. I don't play all that fucking tit for tat shit on the fucking internet bullshit. All right? See me, dog.
Well,
see me, dog. Word.
Well, go see him.
Yeah, you can see me. You can see my schedule. Shit. But I'm gonna be prepared, so don't get it twisted. So you can be all that ghost nigga this, nigga that, coon. I'm gonna bust your ass in the head. Watch. Fuck with me. Watch.
Oh shit, you're channeling Tupac up in here.
Watch. You better believe it. You gotta see it. Get a baseball bat, knock you in your motherfucking head. You gotta know you're dead. Come quick, see. Hail Mary. Watch. I'm not playing. I'm old school hip hop, man. Fuck this bullshit hip hop now.
All right, you voting for Trump or Hillary?
I think Trump's gonna win. I'm a comic, so Trump would be good. I'm a comic, man. Trump would be great in office. I need more jokes, man. I don't got a lot of political shit, but Trump gonna give me a gang of shit, baby. But that's the state of the world now. This is what Trump is. I mean, this is what it is. This is what the fuck it is, man. It's America's fault. Nah, I mean, what? No one. Trump didn't put a gun to your head. Hell, he just said, "I'm gonna put my dibs in, see where it goes." And he's come on, he might win this shit. People can't get mad. This is the state of our country, man. You know what I'm saying? Trump didn't study politics, but he knows how to politic. Shit. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucker got money. He's paid half of these dudes. He's given half of these motherfuckers money. He had these dudes by the balls, man. He was like, I gave all you money. Shut the fuck up, man. You know what I'm saying? Trump was like, you're fired. Shut your mouth. Suck it right here. God damn it.
Disappointed Bernie didn't make it?
I wanted Bernie Sanders. I would have liked that. Would have been cool. I like him honest. He's worked in civil rights. I like him. He looked like he meant something. You know what I'm saying? Politicians are politicians, but he looked like he was going to really try. He looked like he was really going to try, like he was really sincere. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he'll work in some capacity with whoever wins. I don't know. But I like Bernie, man. I really did. But, it didn't, you know what I'm saying?
No, he started a revolution.
Yeah, he did.
Well, a lot of things. You break the prism open and it fragments, and you see
I
a
like
lot
Bernie.
of different point of views.
Like I said, he's an old man. He looked like he always has candy. He does. He's like, who wants Skittles? I got Skittles for you. I got a lot of Skittles. Anybody want one? Taste the fucking rainbow. I'm Bernie Sanders.
2016, interesting year, and then
Interesting year, man.
Not a good year for musicians.
No.
If you're a musician, it's not a good year.
Prince. I mean, it's David Bowie.
Maurice White.
Maurice White, bless his soul, man. A lot of the greatest musicians. And, these are real musicians, man. With the state of music now, it's like, we're losing our giants, man. Prince, God, he's the most talented individual, one of the most talented individuals, man. And music is so whack right now. And it's amazing how they're praising these artists, man. I'm like, who the fuck are these people, man? That's why people go, you don't know this person? No, you know why? Because I don't listen to the radio. That's why. Music is so whack. I'm okay not knowing who the fuck is famous right now. Well, who's that? I don't know. Shit. And then when you find out, these people tell you, you got to listen to this person. And you listen, you go, you got to be fucking kidding me right now. And I like music. Listen, I like if you're good, I'll give you praise. But, man, R&B is fading, man.
So what are you listening to right now?
R&B is fading. And they're trying to make R&B a white thing. And they need to cut that shit out. I'm not saying that whites, listen, I'm not saying that whites shouldn't be in R&B, but those are two things you don't have is rhythm and blues. All right? Two things white people don't have, rhythm and fucking blues. You do not have blues. What are you blue about? You don't have blues. That's what R&B stands for, rhythm and blues. And those two things white people don't have. So, that's a funny joke, white people, so stop fucking, don't get mad. Uh-oh, they're texting me. You fucking come see me, though. Come see me, Manhattan. I got you.
You're channeling a little Paul Mooney now.
Yeah. Oh, you niggas. I'm tired of you niggas. R&B stands for rhythm and blues, and white folk ain't got a goddamn thing. Oh, you niggas get on my goddamn nerves. White folk get on my nerves. Oh, don't be afraid, house niggas. The house nigga, ooh, master gonna get us.
All right. Well, the last question I want to ask. All right, so
this is a wild ass interview.
19 years.
Motherfuckers, yo, I'm gonna do this beat, yo, coming from the dome piece as I release. You better understand, yo, cause I don't cease. As I drop the mic, I smash you in your face. I don't give a fuck, yo, get the fuck out of my face. You know how I do. I'm telling jokes for white folks and black folks. I don't give a fuck. I'm like a spoke. I stick you in your eye. Now you can't see. You better understand, yo. You gotta fucking feel me. Godfrey. You know how I do it. You know motherfucking why? Cause I do what I do. I cause damage. I don't give a fuck, yo. Yo, my man, I'm slamming you into the ground. That's the motherfucker that you found. It's my sound. I don't give a shit how you fucking spit. The way I do it, you need to quit. You know how I do. I'm a revolutionary. I don't give a fuck. You can look me up in any dictionary. You can see that I'm dope. Yeah, you know what? You gotta cope. I'm like a motherfucking drug addict. I stick you in the arm. I don't give a fuck, yo. It's my alarm. You better ring the bells, because I'm bringing hell. Okay, that's it. Yeah. My album's dropping next week, son. No, it ain't.
Drop the mic. No.
Drop the mic.
Obama out. Obama out.
Yeah.
All right. So last question.
Sorry
All right. So
that was my little rhyme right there.
no, we could have ended it right there, but I did have
ended it like that,
do have one last question.
Question.
Well, thank you for your time.
Serious as cancer. Who could keep the average dancer hyper as a heart attack? Nobody's smiling because you expressing the rhyme that I'm styling. My fault.
I don't think you can go to sleep tonight. But funniest stand-up that you've ever saw in person?
Funniest stand-up that I ever saw in person. Dag. Or
best night in comedy you ever lived through?
Oh my goodness. Oh, Bernie Mac, live, man. When I used to see Bernie, I'm telling you, I'm sick of you, sick and tired of you motherfuckers. Let me tell you something. I'm tired of this shit. I'm old. I'm weary. I ain't got time for this motherfucking. Oh yeah. And when I used to, I started in his club in Chicago. So Bernie Mac live was
Bernie Mac live?
amazing. Yeah.
We interviewed him.
Chappelle too. Dave Chappelle too. I gotta give Chappelle live. Yeah, man. There's some funny moments with Chappelle. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, you know who else? Who else live? I'm trying to think. Oh, Patrice O'Neal. Mm-hmm. Patrice O'Neal. Yep.
On this stage, he was doing a joke. I made it to the Mr. P album.
Oh yeah.
Where he was talking about licking buttholes. I was like, oh my god, you ever?
Patrice O'Neal.
Oh God, I was standing back there, and I walked in. He's like, "Oh, sorry, just what's it's all skin."
Oh.
He's just like, I'm like, oh my God, this is mama. I said, it never made it to Elephant in the Room, but it was. But if you get the Mr. P album, there's like a variation of that.
Okay.
But yeah, he was. I miss Patrice.
I should have busted another rhyme, dog. Man, I don't know, man. That's how the rappers talk, man. I'm saying, just come from the heart, baby. You know what I'm saying? This is a good interview. You know what I'm saying?
We had a lot of fun. Hopefully people watching it had fun.
I hope people, because I'm having fun with this.
We're down to like the last 13%.
13%? You mean people texting? Like,
I'll show you the graph. Like about
cats are trying to hate.
About half the people
on
just
YouTube.
Half the people just dropped off.
Yo,
when you're talking
you need some little lube to put in your ass, because I'm gonna stick it in there. I don't give a fuck because you think I care. Yo, I don't care. You want to hide behind the fucking typewriter. That's all right, dog, because you a biter of my style. I don't give a fuck right now. You better understand me. Oh, you dare take a bow, because I'm a fucking king. I stomp your neck down. You know how I do. I only get down. Yeah, I'm in Manhattan, New York City. It's a fucking pity, because you're going to feel real shitty, huh? Because when it gets real gritty. What? That was dumb. Sorry. I'm trying.
We're just having fun. Hopefully people enjoyed it. And where can people catch up with you and find your special? Once again, your special.
My special August 12th showtime called Regular Black. Regular Black. You can get GodfreyComedian.com. That's my website. Godfrey Comedian on Twitter. Mm-hmm. Comedian Godfrey on Instagram. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So if you're trying to catch me, boy, you know what I'm saying? Find me, man. You know what I mean?
And are you doing movies? This guy, if you're a filmmaker, you want to put him in a movie because he's a lot of fun on set.
Oh yeah, man, I'm fun on set. I'm good. I'm very easy to work with. I just finished a movie called Hudson Tribes, which is an indie film, which will be coming out in the next like 6 months or whatever. It's gonna be in festivals and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Where I play the mayor of this town, big controversial town. But it's all about the school board and education. I play the mayor that runs this town in upstate New York, and it's going to be really cool. Mm-hmm. So Hudson Tribes. So yeah, man, I'm doing things, man.
And you still work out at the cellar when you're in New York.
Work out at the cellar. I work around the world, and you know how it is, man.
Okay, so if you're in New York, you definitely go to the cellar. You're going to run into gentlemen like Godfrey.
Man, I hope this interview gets some views, man.
Well, we'll see.
I'm busting rhymes. I'm spitting knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
You did everything but burn the whole place down.
What?
You didn't. That's the
Bass,
only,
how low can you go? Death Row, what a brother know. Once again, back is the incredible
Huh? Come on.
well,
Public Enemy #1.
setting fire to the internet. So my man Godfrey.
I'm setting fire to the internet. That's what I do, man. You know what I'm saying?
So some of this will go viral. Somebody will take like a little piece of
get
some.
mad.
They're gonna take some angry thing that you said.
Oh, I'm just
and
fucking
make like
around.
a
Jesus.
vine
I
out
just
of it.
want to cause people. I want people to get mad. I like to cause controversy.
Well, like I
I'm
said,
not even that controversial.
no, but I'm really like well, you're less afraid. Like, or I don't know. I don't know if you.
All I want is just shit to be fair, and I'm a people person. I love people.
Right.
I love all kinds of. I don't even want to sound cliche, but I love people. Period. You know, all of our friends are all from everywhere.
Right, but
I
you.
just want everybody
But
to
see,
be
here's
respected.
all I'm saying is like, I mean, like as long as I've known you, you've talked this stuff off
yeah,
stage,
always,
but for a long time you didn't. Either the audience wasn't ready, or you didn't want to push past it.
But my thing is, I didn't have my material wasn't there yet. To be, I mean, I was not uncomfortable. I would talk about it, but it wasn't ready yet. It wasn't my maturity wasn't there yet. It, like I said, this takes years. So there, I got to a point where now I'm making this shit funny. It's actually funny. I'm not just preaching because that's not fair. Because my audience is mixed. You see that? It's everybody.
Right.
So it's not fair if I'm talking about some racial shit and I'm calling people out and what is it? What's the word? If I'm just separating. What is the word? What's the phrase I'm looking for?
Segregating?
No, just like
Picking out?
picking. Just call. What is it called? What? Ostracizing people or just like making them feel uncomfortable. It's not fair. It's irresponsible on my part. Because if I want to preach, there's a place to preach. As a comedian, you still got to make people laugh. It's not. I mean, I want to put in a message, but you got to be funny with it. So I'm at the point where I'm funny with my shit. I'm like, oh, that's a heavy racial joke, but I got funny shit with it because I have to be funny. That's my job. I can't. It's not fair if I have white fans, Asian fans come in to pay money and they're fans of yours, and they may know like, oh, we know Godfrey pushes the envelope, but it has to be where it's palatable for people, where they know I'm coming from a good place. You know what I'm saying? That's what's important. And I also, when I criticize black people, they got to know, come on, you know where the fuck I'm coming from. They got to be smarter than that. That's why my comedy, it takes comedy heads to fuck with me. You know, like people that really love comedy and get shit, they come fuck with me. You know what I mean? Yeah, and even new people, if they never see me, whatever. I'm just trying to find my lane, man. That's all. I'm just trying to find my lane before I go insane. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do my shit. Stay away and never quit. You know what I'm saying? Stay in my position. That's right. Fuck the opposition. I don't give a fuck. I'm standing strong. You know, if I'm in the fire, jump out the fire, never get burned. I'm just trying to do some shit to make you learn. You know that's time. You know what it is? It's my motherfucking turn. I almost stuttered, but I did that on purpose. I don't give a fuck, yo. Yeah, I want you to learn this. Word.
A little bit
Word
of
up.
Schwarzenegger and we're out.
Word, son.
A little bit of Schwarzenegger and we're out.
Schwarzenegger, get out of here. Go. Fuck you. Get out now. Oh my. That's George Takei.
Takei.
Oh my. He's aggressive, isn't he? Oh my.
Denzel Washington.
All right, so yeah, we're here. Everybody's here. Yeah.
If you made it this far,
Yes.
in this
Fuck. I don't even know.
marathon interview, you're part of the 13%
The 13.
that watched the entire
That's my man Mike Dennis.
Real
Yeah.
Black podcast. All right, well, thank you so
Real
much.
Black, yeah. You better understand we never get whacked because you sitting there watching fucking Real Black with Mike Dennis. He gets it in, baby. He don't play tennis. That motherfucker keeps doing it, holding it down. Motherfucker, you know, because we all brown trying to get our fucking... I tried, man. Drop mic.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Fuck out of here. Beat it.
That's for us to go, oh, Tarzan's cool. Sam said it. Sam's gonna cuss the lion out. Who the fuck are these goddamn lions? Man, you better get these musty ass lions around these motherfuckers. Motherfucker goddamn lions in my goddamn Tarzan. Man, fuck Tarzan. That's what Sam Jackson put. You know, Sam gonna cuss Tarzan out. Tarzan, where the fuck you been all day? that's for us.
But
That's one of the films that really scared the, um, the, 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 I feel the powers that exist in this country, they don't want to see films like that come out. That's what I was talking about when we talk about technology. These are the kind of films they're afraid of, and they want to make sure that we don't have this subversive element in motion pictures develop with black folk.